Good morning, friends. If you are new here, my name is Candy. I am a mom to five. On my channel, I share a lot of homeschooling, homesteading, gardening, day in the life, what's for dinner, canning, grocery hauls, all kinds of fun stuff. If you are new here, I hope you'll subscribe, stick around, check out some more videos. So today I thought I would do a 10 or 15 minute update on kind of how life has been going. I haven't been vlogging very much. I haven't been sharing a whole lot of videos. I do have a video up today that I filmed last Wednesday, and I'll have a video up tomorrow, and then this one. But I just haven't had the time, the energy, or ability to film every day. I haven't been able to edit and upload videos, and it's just been a lot going on. But I wanted to stop, say hi, say good morning, kind of take a minute to chat with you guys, kind of decompress, talk to you guys about everything that's been kind of going on, and let you guys have a few updates on life. My lid is broken, so I got to kind of be careful with it. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've seen some of my other videos, James had shoulder surgery. There is a gnat in my car. I don't know where it went. James had shoulder surgery. He also broke his arm the week before he had shoulder surgery, so they had to go in and straighten it and put a cast on it. He is recovering. He is stuck in a recliner for at least 3 more weeks, and hopefully in 3 weeks they'll take his cast off. He did see the doctor the other day. They said at least 3 more weeks in the cast, and they took his staples out of his shoulder. What they ended up doing in his shoulder was 5 pins and a steel plate, and then they also fixed his rotator cuff. But he is doing pretty good. His shoulder is up straight like it's supposed to be, whereas when he first broke it, and for several months while we were trying to get things diagnosed and figured out with it, it was kind of like hanging down low. Let this truck go by. It looks really good. It's healing good. So, you know, we're just kind of stuck with the working on pain control, waiting for the cast to come off so he can do some physical therapy. So what we thought was going to be 6 weeks is kind of extended by the broken arm. But that's kind of where that is. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on James. He's doing good though. I mean, he feels pretty positive about surgery and recovery and how things are going. Other than having a lot of pain still, he's doing really well. So, the video that you guys are watching today, if you're watching it, is from Wednesday night. We went to our church's trunk or treat. We go every year, and while we were there, the kids had a great time. But right when I said it was time to go, Mika said, "Can I go get on the bouncy house one more time?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And she ran and jumped in the bouncy house, and I was standing outside of it waiting on her, and all of a sudden she said, "Ow," and she come out, and she said, "My back hurts, I'm ready to go home now." And I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "Well, something popped when I went up." And I said, "Okay." And so I got all the kids, we went to the car, and we had to go to Walmart for something, so we went in there, and she was kind of holding on to the cart and kept saying it hurt to walk. We got home, we iced it, and then she took a hot shower, and she took her heating pad, and she took her pain medicine that she has for her arthritis, and she went to bed. And I thought, well, she'll get up tomorrow for speech therapy, and she'll feel 100% better, and there's no big deal. She got up, we came to speech and occupational therapy. Her OT said, yeah, she definitely needs to see the doctor, which, I mean, I figured that morning when she got up and still hurting that we would have to get her into the doctor. So I called the doctor's office. They didn't have any openings, they said. they could wait, like if I could wait till Monday, they could see her. So I told them, well, I'll just take her to urgent care because she's like bent over and she can't hardly walk, and you know, I'm worried. And they said, well, you know, tell us exactly what happened. So I told them, and then they said, okay, bring her in 30 minutes. And it's like 2 minutes away from their therapy office. So we went ahead and ran over to the bakery because the kids hadn't had breakfast, and I grabbed them both, because Bubba was with us, grabbed them both a biscuit and gravy and got me a coffee, and we went over there and they ate in the parking lot. And we went in, she saw the doctor. She said there's something going on with her spine. So she x-rayed it. They called me Friday morning, the nurse did, and said that the doctor was out sick, but the x-ray results were in. They didn't see any breaks or anything visible, and they were probably going to order an MRI. So today is Monday. I'm going to call the doctor and find out exactly what they're going to do. Hopefully they do order an MRI because she's had quite a few breaks, and they've all she's had, I think, over a dozen breaks. And there's been a few where, I mean, obviously when she right angled her forearm, that was kind of obvious that it was broken because it was over here. But she's had like her pelvis, and she's had several forearm breaks where they were just small, like a little worse than a fracture. And those they didn't see on x-ray, but when they did an MRI, they were like, oh yeah, she's got a broken pelvis. And it took, you know, 3 weeks of me going back to the doctor and them doing more x-rays and saying, we don't see anything, there's nothing wrong, before the MRI, and them going, oh, it's broken, she needs to be on crutches. So hopefully they do order the MRI so we can figure out what's going on, because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so 6 days, and she's still hurting. Still doing heat and ice, still can't walk around. We did go to a trunk or treat by our house last night. We only stayed an hour. She just kind of sat in a chair. The kids brought her cotton candy and ice cream and nachos, and she did, I think, 2 games, but she said it hurt to do them because they required moving her arms, and when she moves her arms, she's in a lot of pain. And I picked her up and put her on a back of a pickup that was decorated for fall, and she took some pictures on it with her sister and by herself, but she just didn't have a very good time. She was in so much pain that she didn't have fun. I tried to get her to stay home. She didn't want to stay home with Dad. She said that would be boring. So she went ahead and came. But yeah, we only stayed an hour and went back home. But hopefully we'll figure out what's going on, and she'll start feeling better when we can figure out how to treat whatever's going on. She does have a lot of health problems. If you don't know, she has rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis. She has a visual processing disorder. She has dyslexia. There's another processing disorder, auditory. She has an auditory processing disorder. And she really struggles. There's the gnat again. She really struggles day to day with pain and with her education, and she's come leaps and bounds in the last couple years from where she was, but she does struggle, and she has a really hard time, and she struggles with depression because of her health and not being able to always do things other kids her age do. So if you're a praying person, she could really use some prayers for healing, comfort, and her mental health, because like I said, it's really hard for her to struggle the way she does. But hopefully we get some answers this week. She went to church yesterday. Thankfully, sorry, that gnat is about to drive me nuts. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the gnat's gonna drive me nuts. Yesterday she did go to church. Thankfully, we've been going to our church for 7 or 8 years now. I think 7 years. And they know her health. They know what's going on with her. and they understand that sometimes she has a hard time. So, they didn't mind that she needed to lay down. She couldn't sit up in the pews. It was hurting her. She did listen, you know, it's not like she laid there and slept. She laid and propped her head where she could see the preacher. But thankfully we have a very wonderful church family who knows and understands my daughter's health struggles. We have some amazing deacons and their wives in our church that have watched my other kids for multiple surgeries when Mika had surgeries so that James and I could both be there. They've watched the kids overnight when she had to stay overnight. They've watched kids in emergencies when we've had to rush her somewhere. And we're very thankful and lucky to have the church we have. But I kind of wanted to give you guys a update on her, because between my mother having been in the ER in the last week, James's shoulder and arm, Mika's back, spine, something going on with her. I've got Bubba, who has to go to speech and occupational therapy. He has a bunch of the same problems that Mika has as far as learning disabilities and arthritis, and so he still has his appointments even though she's at home. I've got a kid with food allergies. CJ's having some neurological issues. If you guys saw the video where we went to the neurologist, they think he's having focal and syncopal seizures. He's got an EEG and a brain MRI coming up where they are going to kind of try to figure out what's going on for sure, kind of, you know, rule out some things, figure out for sure what's going on. So hopefully we'll have some answers for that soon. Basically, me and Maddie are the only ones holding it strong around here. You know, Maddie is like the ball of sunshine in our house right now, because there's just so much going on, and she wakes up and she goes to bed and she is happy all day. She comes bouncing down those stairs. You know it's her before you ever see her, because there's like a happy bounce to that kid everywhere she goes. And I am so thankful for her, because God knew we needed her. But she comes down and she's just our ball of sunshine, and she's happy-go-lucky, and she is hardly ever sick. She's hardly ever unhappy. So she's holding it strong for me, because yeah, yesterday was a really hard day. I broke down and cried quite a bit, because I'm so overwhelmed, and there's just so much going on. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I just kind of wanted to hop on here and give you guys an update, but Bubba is ready to go. I just seen him, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.